The United States will test a strategic missile capable of reaching Russia. Following U.S. President Donald Trump's directive to begin nuclear tests, the Minuteman III Intercontinental Ballistic Missile, ICBM, is set to be tested. Newsweek reported this, citing navigational warnings. Earlier, Donald Trump had stated, "We have enough nuclear weapons to blow up the world 150 times." The president had explained why nuclear tests are necessary and that America should not stand aside while other countries are conducting them. It is reported that the planned test launch of the missile, without a nuclear warhead, will be carried out on November 5 or 6 from Vandenberg Air Force Base in California. The missile is expected to reach the Ronald Reagan Missile Defense Test Site in the Pacific Ocean. The Minuteman III is a solid-fueled, silo-based intercontinental ballistic missile capable of carrying a nuclear charge. It was accepted into service in 1973 and is considered the only intercontinental ballistic missile in America's arsenal. Currently, the U.S. possesses 400 such missiles, which are regularly tested and modernized. The Minuteman III has the following specifications: weight 36 tons, flight range 9,500 kilometers, and speed 24,000 kilometers per hour. The tests in America are being carried out against the backdrop of recent statements by Russian President Vladimir Putin about the completion of tests for the Buryevnik cruise missile and the Poseidon nuclear torpedo. Putin had described the Buryevnik as a unique development that no one else in the world possesses. International experts, however, have viewed Russia's development with skepticism. Trump had announced the resumption of nuclear tests on October 29th. Pentagon Chief Pete Hegseth called this decision a responsible way to ensure nuclear deterrence. Russia is testing, China is testing, but they don't talk about it. North Korea is testing, Pakistan is testing. We are an open society. We are different and we talk about it. We have enough nuclear weapons to blow up the world 150 times. A surprise awaits the Americans. Russia may supply the Oreshnik missile to Venezuela. A Russian official announced that weapons are being sent to Venezuela. He did not deny the delivery of ballistic missiles and modern weapons. Alexei Zhuravlyev, first deputy chairman of the Russian State Duma Defense Committee, said that weapons are being supplied to Venezuela. He also did not rule out the transfer of the Oreshnik ballistic missile. "I see no obstacles to providing a country friendly to us with new developments like Oreshnik," Zhuravlyev said. He emphasized that Russia is Venezuela's main military technical partner, supplying all types of weapons, from small arms to aviation. The volume of exports and specific norms are kept secret. For this reason, Zhuravlyev says, surprises await the Americans. It is known that Russia's Su-30 Mk-2 fighter jets form the basis of the Venezuelan Air Force. This makes the country one of the most powerful aviation nations in the region, the official said. According to him, S-300 VM anti-aircraft missile divisions, as well as Pantsir C-1 and Bukem-2E air defense systems, were recently delivered to the Latin American country via an IL-76 aircraft. International obligations do not restrict Moscow from supplying modern weapons to Caracas, including Calibre systems. This happened when Donald Trump's administration sent a large group to the southern Caribbean Sea for operations against drug cartels. The current number of this group consists of 16,000 military personnel.
U.S. President Donald Trump made contradictory statements regarding relations with Venezuela. He said that the days of the country's leader, Nicolás Maduro, were numbered. However, he denied that the United States would start a war with Venezuela. Trump expressed these views in an interview with CBS television, which aired on November 2nd. According to him, the U.S. has been building up its Air Force in the Caribbean region in recent weeks and has struck ships suspected of drug trafficking several times. When asked, will a war with Venezuela begin? Trump answered as follows, "No, I doubt it. I don't think so." But when asked, "Is Maduro's presidency coming to an end?" Trump replied, "Yes, I think so. His days are numbered." Maduro, in turn, accuses the U.S. of trying to seize Venezuelan oil under the pretext of overthrowing the government. He calls Washington's accusations of drug trafficking political pressure. In recent months, at least 65 people have been killed in more than 15 U.S. strikes on boats in the Caribbean Sea and Pacific Ocean. The latest attack was carried out on November 1. Several countries in the region are criticizing these operations.
Iranian President Masoud Pezeshkian has transferred his salary to the account of the National Campaign for School Construction. This was announced by Reza Khan Mohammadi, the head of the National Organization for the Renovation, Development and Equipping of Schools. Masoud Pezeshkian had previously said at a meeting with construction industry representatives and donors that he would spend his salary on school construction, and the politician fulfilled this promise within 48 hours. Masoud Pezeshkian became the president of Iran in early July 2024. Before his political career, he worked as a cardiac surgeon and headed the Tabriz University of Medical Sciences. The Build a School nationwide campaign started in Iran in the fall. The president had said at that time that he would transfer his monthly salary for the construction of educational institutions. The campaign calls on citizens to participate in building and repairing schools, providing both financial and other assistance. Meanwhile, Iran's supreme leader Ayatollah Ali Khamenei made a statement regarding the international political situation, specifically U.S.-Iran relations. Ayatollah Ali Khamenei stated several conditions for cooperation. Specifically, he stressed that Washington must withdraw its military bases from the region, not interfere in the region's affairs, and most importantly, stop supporting the Zionist regime, meaning Israel. He made his remarks at a meeting with students in Tehran on November 3rd, marking the anniversary of the U.S. Embassy takeover in 1979 after the Islamic Revolution. Khamenei's statement comes several months after the 12-day war between Iran and Israel. In June, Israel launched large-scale airstrikes against Iran. In response, Iran retaliated with missile and drone strikes. The U.S. briefly joined the conflict, striking Iranian nuclear facilities. On June 24, the parties reached a ceasefire agreement. Iran has been under the pressure of international sanctions for several years. The situation worsened after the United States withdrew from the nuclear deal in 2018 and reimposed sanctions.